I was going to talk about this in my previous SDCC follow-up highlight video, whatever I called it, but I thought it would be better to make this its own video because I know by looking online and seeing what people have been saying that there are a lot of criticisms about this Boba Fett in disguise figure, the SDCC exclusive Boba Fett. But I'm sure plenty of people agree with me on this, but I will say that it's probably not a popular opinion. But I believe that this is exactly what you should do for a convention exclusive. So I'm going to give the Black Series team a little bit of praise here, because taking a figure that there's plenty of variations of, everybody has the standard version, and then making a version of that you don't necessarily need on your shelf to feel like, you don't feel like you have a hole in your collection if you miss this figure. And at the same time, the way these exclusives went this year, if you really wanted it and you weren't able to go to the convention, there was an opportunity to get it. But even though I believe that this is the way to go for an exclusive, personally, this isn't something I was worried about. I have enough Boba Fetts. If I'm being honest, when I first saw the figure released, I was like, come on. So this is what we're doing now, guys. And I feel like a lot of people in the community think the same way, that, they're really just getting it in with the repaints at this point. I'm not saying that Black Series isn't coming out with some cool stuff. I might make another video about some of the stuff they have coming out down the road. But if you're following the line and if you're part of any groups, I mean, I'm not making this up. People are out here and they are making a lot of jokes about Black Series and what they've been doing with the line lately. I digress. That's not what this video is about. This video is to say that this is actually a good use of the repaint, because even though this isn't a figure I was jumping up and down for when I saw it announced, whenever it was announced, if I were walking through the convention and I saw this and I knew it was super limited and that I could only really get it there, I might have grabbed it at that point. Because even though I don't need another Boba Fett, and I kind of think the repaint is a little silly at this point, I would drop $40 for this if I was live at the show and it was sitting right there. And I knew, not that I'm really in this as like an investment, but I knew I could buy that, and if I got tired of it or want to get rid of it, it was more than worth the little bit of money I spent at the moment, especially considering I would have had to fly to California before even getting my hands on the thing. But that brings me to another point, and where things, I think, fell apart a little bit. And not just with this particular exclusive, but also that Dr. Mindbender thing. So I think that is actually a example of how not to do an exclusive, because unlike this Boba Fett, the Dr. Mindbender is the classic version, and it's the first release of Dr. Mindbender. Now, maybe if they would have given us a regular release Dr. Mindbender already, and a lot of people already had that on their shelves, and then they released the version with the extra vials and stuff as an SDCC exclusive, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have been so wound up about the rollout and missing it, and the hassle of trying to get it. I know a lot of people did end up getting it, but a lot of people also ended up missing it. And I'm always going to come down on the side that says that was kind of a mess. I heard some people say otherwise, but I believe it was a little bit of a mess, and I believe it could be done better in the future. That's all I'm saying. I don't hate Hasbro. I like, clearly, I like the classified and the Black Series lines. But I think as a fan and as a customer, um, it's up to us to, say what we think on the way they do things and the types of figures they release, how they roll out, because I think that they do listen to fan feedback, and I think it's worth, you know, giving constructive criticism. I don't think it's worth bashing the line or bashing the creators or anything like that just for the hell of it. But I think it does make a lot of sense to say, hey, this could have been done better. Okay, I think that's my little spiel for today. To sum up, not my favorite Black Series figure to have come out, but I do think this is a good example of what an exclusive should be. All right, with that, I'm out.